Welcome back to the halftime show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We'll get the stats out to you in just a moment as Seton Hill and West Virginia Wesleyan are going at it. Right now, though, as promised, we're being joined by senior Chris Giles of the Seton Hill Griffins. And, Chris, first of all, we have to go back to last week on Saturday. You guys play IUP. Pretty tough game for you and a real electric atmosphere there with them open the arena. How do you think you guys handled that atmosphere and the pressure and really played overall?
I think we handled the pressure pretty well, the atmosphere well. I think we played well. I mean, we had a few turnovers. We got out rebounded like pretty bad. But other than that, I mean, we showed some good things out there on the floor.
Was it fun playing in that atmosphere?
Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, all those people, you're always excited to play in front of a lot of people. So it was a good time.
Chris, you're one of the leaders of this team, obviously, with you being a senior. Not many seniors on this team, actually. But talk about some of the younger guys that you guys got in this year. Of course, Matt Miller from last year being freshman conference player of the year in that category. But you got some talented guys, David Windsor, Nate Belhigh, and some other freshmen. How do you see them progressing right now so far early in the year?
The young guys, they look good. I mean, it's going to be a growing process with the freshmen. I mean, they don't really have too much live combat coming as this is only our second game. But, I mean, they're doing a good job in practice. They have good effort. I mean, they're listening. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for right now.
Chris, in the preseason coaches poll, you guys were picked to finish 11th. Think it's going to be a little higher than that?
Yeah. I have no doubt in my mind that we'll finish higher than 11th. I mean, we haven't even discussed it in the locker room. We know it's we got to hold each other accountable and come out and win some more games this year.
And what are some of the things you guys are doing well so far? I know you've only played one game, but from what you've seen in practice, what are some of your strengths right now? And really, what are some of the things you have to work on specifically?
Strengths-wise, I think we play great team defense. I mean, up at IUP, we played them really well defensively. I mean, our defense this year is a lot better than last year. What we need to get better at is just rebounding. I mean, other than that, any effort, I mean, all aspects of the game you need to improve on. But coming as the last game, we need to improve on rebounding. So,
individually, Chris, change anything in the offseason coming into this year, or is it business as usual?
It's business as usual. Try to get in the weight room a couple days a week, get some shots up on my free time, but business as usual.
Your opponent here tonight, West Virginia Wesleyan. I know that you've played them a number of times throughout your career. What do you know about them this season, and how do they come in here, and how do you guys get a victory?
We don't really know too much about them. They got a new coach down there. I mean, they still have some of their offensive keys that they had last year, but it's a different coach, different system. So I guess we're going to learn on the fly with them tonight. So it's just we're going to have to see how it goes.
And how difficult is that when you don't know, you got a new coach in there, don't know their system very well? Is that difficult to game plan for that?
For the first 5 minutes, I mean, that's like going into a fight with blindfolded. I mean, you don't know anything about the opponent. You don't know what they're going to run. But after that, I mean, first 5 minutes, you usually get a feel on what's going on, what kind of player they are. So just the first 5 minutes. If we go at the first 5 minutes, we should be fine.
Banged up your hand a little bit, Chris, in practice. How's it feeling right now?
It feels good. It feels good right now, so we should be fine.
Just a bruise?
Yeah, that's what we're going to go with.
All right. Hopefully that's all it is. One final thing for you, Chris. We've been asking everybody this season, the athletes that we've interviewed, kind of what got you into basketball and, really what you're majoring in right now and what your plans are for after graduation. So first, what got you into basketball?
First and foremost, my mom. My mom's she's a huge fan of all sports, football, basketball, baseball. I mean, so my mom had the influence of putting me in basketball when I was younger with the little Fisher-Price basketball hoops. So we could thank my mom for that. And I'm actually majoring in elementary with special education and history. So after this season, I plan on student teaching in the fall and then hopefully getting a job teaching.
Those Fisher-Price hoops are the only ones I can dunk on. So I know where you're coming from with that.
Hey, man, that's where I got my start dunking.
All right. We are going to take a timeout. We thank Chris Giles, of course, for being our halftime guest here tonight. More Seton Hill basketball for you coming up with the halftime show right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.